that your voice? That's Aaron. They recorded it all. Who? That's Aaron. Aaron Pickney, our guy. They recorded it all. Oh. I think it is. Your own car? Yeah, well, I know one is here. I talked to him. He says Parker was on the way. We'll be here by what, quarter till. So, and they're good. They're not guys who are going to roll in the last second. But I'm not sure you can see pretty details more than where they were parked. That's all right. But I can see he's not there. I can see him walking up on the cars right now, actually. Okay. So I'll get one or two other PA announcements in, and then I'll do our pregame as soon as I see Tim report. So the board is right and enjoy the event.
They're talking. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Lawrence Central High School, home of the Lawrence Central Bears. We welcome you to today's education-based high school varsity boys baseball game. Tonight it's the Central Catholic Knights at the Lawrence Central Bears. We'll mention this internet radio broadcast is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO, Robbie Kendall, providing internet radio access for putmeinsports.com since 2008. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention should be a good ball game today. To what the festivities here, I tell you what, the ball field is absolutely fabulous. Brand new synthetic field turf. Mr. Connors tells me, he's the assistant AD, tells me it's been in use for about a month. And Coach Foster tells me that there has not been a home run over the fence yet, but the Bears have hit 2 inside the Parkers. We'll talk a little bit about each school. First, we'll mention the home team. That's the Lawrence Central Bears. Here at Lawrence Central, they have a school enrollment of 2255. They're Class 4A, sectional number 10. There are 7 in their sectional. In their sectional is Ben Davis, Cathedral, Crispus Attucks, Lawrence Central, North Central, and I think I got to Pike Red Devils. We'll mention the principal at Lawrence Central High School is Mr. Franklin Bush. The athletic director is Mr. Mosey Barnes. The assistant athletic director, he'll be in the booth here. He's going to push all the buttons. He's telling me how this technology works. I don't quite understand it, but he does. That's Mr. Michael Connors. Michael Connors, his oldest son, is going to do the catching in today's ball game. He'll wear number 25. We'll talk about the infield here in a bit. We'll mention Lawrence Central High School is located at 7300 East 256th Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46226. On the web, it's lcbears.ltschools.org. They wear the collars maroon, white, and gray. They perform in the Metropolitan Conference. There are 6 teams in that conference. They are Ben Davis Giants, Lawrence Central Bears, Lawrence North Wildcats, North Central Panthers, Pike Red Devils, and the Warren Central Warriors. We'll mention the athletic administrative assistant is Gabby Anderson. The head coach for the Lawrence Central Bears is Mr. Tim Bragg. Tim Bragg, he's been around sports pretty much all his life. Tim Bragg used to work with Ed Sorensen, Channel 6 Sports. They still stay in contact just before this game. Coach Bragg tells me they exchange text messages. Ed Sorensen is retired, he tells me. That's what Bragg tells me. And he's in Texas. He's near the Waco, Texas area. The next game on the agenda after this game, we'll mention Lawrence Central going to play tomorrow night, the 26th of April. 7 o'clock start, Lawrence Central Bears will be at the Speedway Spark Plugs. We'll talk a little bit about Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. Catholic Knights, they have a school enrollment of 296. They're having a meeting at home plate. That has broken up. Get ready for our national anthem. As our national anthem never sounded better. They're going to take the field right now. Lawrence Central. And I will mention again, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They're in Class 1A, Sectional 54, 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will be played at Lafayette Central Catholic High School. In their sectional is Attica, Covington, Fountain Central, Central Catholic, North Vermilion, Riverton Park. The principal at Central Catholic is Daryl Beck. The athletic director is Tim Bourdonnais. The assistant athletic director is Charlie Roberts. The athletic trainer is Sarah Igo. Central Catholic High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can dial them by telephone at 765-474-2496. On the web, it's lccathletics.com. They wear the collars, navy and white. They perform in the Hoosier Conference. 9 teams in the Hoosier Conference. They have an east and a west. In the east, it's Western, Northwestern, Hamilton Heights, Tipton. In the west, it is LCC, Benton Central, West Lafayette, Twin Lakes, and Rensselaer Central. We'll mention the head coach for the Knights is Mr. Tim Bourdonnais. He's a 1987 graduate from Central Catholic High School. The Knights will also play tomorrow night, Friday, April 26th, be a 5:30 start. Central Catholic will be at Rossville. So they threw one down. We'll get around the infield here in a moment. Behind the plate is Evan Connors. He'll wear number 25. Knights are going to step into bat. First batter in the lineup, leadoff batter in today's ball game is Hudson Gutwein. Right-handed batter, he'll step in. The infield is in at third base. Third baseman Aiden Duncan. First pitch from Mike Wise. Fastball, swing and a miss by Gutwein. No balls, one strike. Hudson Gutwein, right-handed batter's box. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Wise. You're going to pop one up. Going to be playable behind home plate. Evan Connors is going to give it a look, and he'll give it a catch. Turns him around. The wind's kind of swirling. Started when I got here. It was blowing in from center field. It's kind of blowing from right field to left field now. And Evan Connors records the first out in the ball game with a catch behind home plate. Stepped in. Number 10, Lucas Gerke, left-handed batter. Peering in, looking at signals. Mike Wise, here's the pitch. Inside and tight, ball one. Gerke could have been on first base if he wanted to be. He wants to bat. Steps back in. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Mike Wise. He'll take one to right field. Got quite a bit of it. Going to go down the line and going to make a catch in right field by the foul line. Nick Johnson tracked that one down. That was just inside the foul line down the first baseline. And that robbed a hit for sure, probably a double off the bat of Lucas Gerke. What a play. ESPN with two outs. Stepping in, Caden Minnick, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Wise. Swing and a miss, and called a foul ball. So no balls, one strike. Might have got a piece of Evan Connors, the home plate umpire, kind enough. Give him some time. Throws a new ball out to Mike Wise. Pitching from the windup, both feet on the rubber. Right-handed pitcher, he's 6'3", listed at 195 in max preps. Pitch comes in, a called strike. Caden Minnick goes down the count, 0-2. Bit of an open stance, kind of hugging the plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Going to short hop the glove. Nice block by catcher Evan Connors. Kept it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caden Minnick, third batter in the lineup. There are 2 out here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. He'll protect the dish. Ground ball, second base. Gabe makes the play, and they'll get out of the inning. That's Rodarte. Gabe Rodarte at second base throws to first base. Jack Wolf, and the Knights are out of the inning. The Knights going to play defensively here in the bottom half of the first inning. Will mention doing the pitching in today's ball game for the Knights is Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks going to step in. He's going to work on the rubber. Left-handed pitcher, I should say. Keaton Brooks, he's a senior. Keaton Brooks, 6'2", 165. He's a pitcher and an outfielder. He enters today's ball game with 22 1/3 innings under his belt. He's allowed 5 runs. All 5 runs were earned. And I will also mention he has faced 104 batters so far this season. He has thrown 392 pitches. He's got a win-loss record of 2 wins, no losses. He's allowed 17 hits. And we'll also mention he's walked 15. And we'll let you know that Keaton Brooks has struck out 19 batters. 7 batters went down looking. And Keaton Brooks has an ERA of 2.947. So he's on the pitcher's rubber right now. Behind home plate, today's ball game is number 3, Jackson Kane. At first base, number 10, Lucas Gerke. At second base, number 12, Alex Schumer. At shortstop, number 9, Hudson Gutwein. At third base, number 17, Gavin Boutel. In left field, number 41, Isaac Seppinger. In center field, number 33, Bren Robbins. And in right field, number 20, Caden Minnick. So the Knights throwing the ball around the infield right now. getting warmed up. Keaton Brooks playing on a synthetic field turf right here. We know the Logansport has the synthetic field turf. Logansport will be in the Hoosier Conference next year. So probably play some games there, probably every other year, something like that. And Northwestern, we would have been there tonight. Northwestern has synthetic field turf, but Northwestern needed to borrow today's date to play a conference game, East Division matchup with Hamilton Heights, because the rain fell this week, and a lot of rain happening here in the springtime, bringing the May flowers. And I'm not talking about the Colts in '84. Stepping in, first batter in the lineup, Ahmad Duff. Ahmad Duff, he's a NFL aficionado. He'll ground ball second base. Alex Schumer, he'll just get him at first base with Lucas Gerke. Ahmad Duff with some definite wheels. So Duff wears number 1. He's a center fielder. There's one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 5. He's doing the pitching in the ball game. At the batter's box, the right-handed batter is Mike Wise. Working from the windup, here's the pitch from Brooks. Outside edge, going to call it a strike. So he calls it a strike, didn't hear the verbal, might have been a swinging strike. No balls, 1 strike to Wise. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Brooks. Backdoor curveball misses outside. Left-handed hurler, Keaton Brooks. Right-handed batter's box, Mike Wise. Peering in, looking at signals. Here comes the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mike Wise going to step back in. 2-hitter in the lineup for the Bears. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Soccer activity across the way out beyond right field fence. Here comes the 2-2. He'll take one right side out of play. He'll stay in that count with a 2-2 count. He'll actually get the net. They'll call time, and Coach John Anthrop going to walk out. He jogs out, gets the baseball for the home plate umpire. John Anthrop, former Purdue Boilermaker basketball player. I've said it before, but they tell me that John Anthrop threw the last alley-oop play to Joe Barry Carroll. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Backdoor curveball misses outside. Pretty good patience. Home plate umpire calling a disciplined strike zone. 3-2 count to Mike Wise. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Brooks. Outside, ball 4. So Mike Wise going to draw a walk. He's going to jog to first base. And it looks like Mr. Mike Wise will run for himself, at least to start this first inning. So signals given by Coach Tim Bragg at third base. Stepping in, number 7, 3-hitter, Nick Johnson. He's the right fielder, another right-handed batter. Pitch comes in low. Good block by Jackson Kane. Kept it in front of him. Not going to allow second base to be stolen if Jackson Kane can keep from it. Pretty good lead there at first base. We're going to have a stretch pickoff move. Going to be close. It was real close. Infield umpire B position called safe. So Nick Johnson going to step back in. Number 7 for the Bears. Pretty fortunate to get to play today, especially here at Lawrence Central High School. This comes in outside of ball. So Nick Johnson steps back in. 2 balls, no strikes. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Checks first base. Here's the pitch. Inside a bit low. 3 balls, no strikes to Johnson. See if Johnson has a green light or the take pitch. Might be the universal take pitch at 3-0. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Jackson Kane going to ask for time. It hasn't been granted yet. Actually, got to let the runner get to first base because they might decide to go ahead and run. And then when he gets to first base, the home plate umpire is going to kill it. And there it is. So time is out. Jackson Kane talking with Keaton Brooks. Jackson's going to come back, walk behind the dish. 2 aboard for the Bears here in the bottom of the first inning, 1 out. Stepping into bat, going to be the 4 hitter, number 23, Aiden Duncan. Aiden Duncan steps in. Working out of the stretch, peering in, looking at signals. Check second base out of the stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch to Duncan. You're going to pop one foul right side. It'll float out of play. No balls, 1 strike. 4 hitter, 23, Aiden Duncan. Right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Keaton Brooks checks second. Out of the stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the second pitch to Duncan. Backdoor curveball. Got the plate. Outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Steps out and step back in. Adjust the helmet. Aiden Duncan. Right-handed batter's box out of the set. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. Backdoor curveball misses just above the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Step back in. Right-handed batter. Peering in, looking at signals. Keaton Brooks. Modest lead, both bases. Here comes the pitch. You're going to foul another one right side. It's going to go out of play. Count goes even at 2-2. 4 hitter, Aiden Duncan. Steps back in. Has that open stance. That open stance allowing him to see the baseball basically with 2 eyes rather than an eye and a half. Here comes the pitch. Tries to check his swing. The home plate umpire not going to let him know if it's a strike. So evidently that was a ball. So checks his swing. That was a 2-strike check. And he's going to check late. But the C position umpire, and that would have done no good had that been a strike. But I'm sure by that time the C position umpire was not going to call that a strike. So steps back in. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. Swung on, ground ball. Shortstop, Gutwein fields it. He'll get the out at first base. Duncan will pick up an RBI. And coming in to score first run of the ball game for Lawrence Central is number 5, Mike Wise. So 2 outs on the diamond. Runner at third base. Stepping into bat, the 5 hitter, 16, Jaden Dorsey. Jaden Dorsey, just a freshman. First pitch comes in. He'll float one right side. Giving it a look, his first baseman, Gerke. And then Lucas Gerke runs out of room there. He goes out of play. But Coach Tim Bragg tells me Jaden Dorsey, freshman athlete, Jaden Dorsey, quite a good baseball player. And that's a mild understatement, according to Coach Bragg. Pitch comes in, breaking pitch. Broke inside, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Dorsey, right-handed batter's box. Steps back in. He's a shortstop, a third baseman, and a second baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, drop third. Stepping to the inside is Jackson Kane. He'll throw to first base. They're going to say he didn't hold the ball long enough. And the Knights are going to have to go out. But I'm coming in to score the run. I believe so. Number 7, Nick Johnson. Did he touch the plate? And they're going to call him out. They're going to decide to make the call out. And did you understand this? That's what I thought he was calling a drop ball. Uh-huh. I guess he's calling save for the exchange, I guess. I thought he was going to reassemble the field. But the Knights get out of the inning. They give up 1 run. And at the end of 1, Lawrence Central 1, Central Catholic 0. So the Knights going to bat here in the top of the 2nd inning. And then first batter we'll see in the batter's box will be Bryn Robbins. We're going to talk a little bit about Mr. Mike Wise. Mike Wise doing the pitching in today's ball game. He's got an ERA of 3.23. He's won one game. He's lost three. This is start number 5 on the season. This is appearance number 7. He's got 17 and a third innings under his belt this season. And he's allowed 16 hits. He's allowed 22 runs. 8 were earned. He has struck out 7. And then batters he's faced 96 batters. He's faced 71 at-bats. And he's given up base on balls 22 times. But keep in mind, 17 in the third innings. So first batter here in the top of the second inning going to be number 33, Bryn Robbins. Bryn Robbins, right-handed batter for the Knights. Right-handed delivery from Wise. First pitch high for ball 1. So going to get back behind the plate, Evan Connors doing the catching for the Bears. Working out the windup. Here comes the pitch to Bryn Robbins. Outside ball. Good short hop block again by Connors. 2 balls, no strikes. Bryn Robbins, he does lead the team in total hits. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Right there, top of the zone, strike called. 2 balls, 1 strike. Robbins straightaway stance. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Wise. Swing and a miss. You're going to call it a strike. Going to get by the glove. Difficult ball to handle there in the dirt. I say the synthetic dirt. Field looks nice. Dirt represents basically a brick infield. Brick dust infield. Looks like it is synthetic. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Backhands it, Aiden Duncan. He'll throw across the diamond, get the put out with Jack Wolf. There's 1 out here in the top of the second inning. We'll mention it's Mike Wise on the pitcher's rubber, number 5. Catcher is Evan Connors, 25. First base, 14, Jack Wolf. Second base, Gabe Rodarte. He wears number 4. At shortstop, Jaden Dorsey, number 16. Third base, 23. That's Aiden Duncan. We'll get to the outfield in just a moment. Stepping in, Jackson Kane. First pitch comes in high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. In left field, number 11, Chance Shaw. In center field, number 1, Ahmad Duff. And in right field, number 7, Nick Johnson. Going to be hit on the ground. Second base, Gabe Retarte. Throws to first base, couldn't handle the baseball. Going to get by, and Jackson Kane going to slide in head first at second base. So Jackson Kane is going to reach on air, but he's going to be safe at second base on the overthrow. Timeout on the diamond. Evan Connors, catcher, going to go walk out, have conversation with Mike Wise at the pitcher's mound. So Knights have 1 aboard with 1 out. Top of the second inning. Next batter for the Knights going to step in. 34, Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks, the pitcher of record for the Knights. Peering in, looking at signals, out of the stretch. Mike Wise, now out of the set. He'll check second base. Check again. Here comes the pitch to Brooks. Low for ball 1. Left-handed batting, Keaton Brooks. Gus Sandberg is on deck. Sandberg is going to do the DHing in the ball game today. And start out that way, player DH. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 aboard for the Knights. Jackson Kane is at second base. It's a 1-run ball game. Bears got 1 in the bottom of the first. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Inside and tight, it's going to be a hit by pitch. So Keaton Brooks going to jog down to first base. Turned his back, took it in the middle of the back. He acts like nothing happened. So Coach Bourdais comes down the line there, going to make an adjustment at first base. Keaton Brooks going to jog off And 14, Jonah Gerke is going to do the courtesy running for Keaton Brooks. So they got an automated public address, and it is totally amazing to know that the pinch runner or the courtesy runner is Jonah Gerke, mentioned to the audience. Mr. Connors, Mike Connors, just pushing the buttons, getting things to happen. The timeout in the box here. Gus Sandberg, right-handed batter's box. Too much staring, too much concentration time. He's granted timeout. He's back in. Working out a set. Mike Wise checks second base again. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball one to Gus Sandberg. 1 foot in, he'll step back in. Just a hand clap signal, right? Knights have two aboard, first and second base. Out of the set for Mike Wise. He'll check second again. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch right across the dish, knee high. Pretty good break. A lot of drop to his curveball. And Mike Wise, pretty good command right there of that curveball. Peering in, looking at signals, now out of the set. Here comes the pitch to Sandberg. Outside of ball, breaking pitch, good block once again by Evan Connors. Catcher for Lawrence Central. At first base, Keaton Brooks. Second base, Jackson Kane. Out of the set, but check second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, he's in a sky one. Foul territory near third base. He's going to float around. He's going to make a catch right in front of the foul fence. Nice catch by Aiden Duncan, the third baseman. There are two out on the Knights, batting in the top of the second inning. Stepping into bat for the Knights, the 8-hitter, number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer playing second base for Central Catholic. Two aboard, first and second. Left-handed batter. Here comes a pitch from Wise. Backdoor curveball misses outside. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Peering in, looking at signals. Mr. Mike Wise now out of the set. He'll check second. Check it again. You're going to pick off move. Nobody there. But Jackson Kane back in there head first. So no throw to second base. Mike Wise just keeping Jackson close to that bag, trying to help his catcher, Evan Connors, trying to help him throw him out should he attempt to steal. Backdoor curveball, base going to be a hit to good backhand catch by Jack Wolf. He'll go unassisted with the out at first base. And the Knights are out of the inning. Knights get 2 aboard. They leave 2 on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto. AGM Auto, LLC. AGM Auto is located 1 mile west of Arcadia on 266th Street in Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. Sure. You can just grab it. And I will also mention a second type of service offered there at AGM Auto is classic car and truck restoration. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn and covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. You can find it on Facebook, AGM Auto LLC. You can contact them by telephone, 317-984-5283. Again, that number is 317-984-5283. So, what is it? You giving me this to read? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you very much.
And I'm not asking, you got enough stuff for you over there.
I just try to keep it flowing. So stepping in, right into batter's box. Lawrence Central Bears. Bottom of the second inning. Here's a pitch from Brooks. Outside ball one. In the batter's box is the six hitter, number 11, Chance Shaw. Chance Shaw, left fielder. Here comes a wind in the pitch from Brooks. We call that a strike. Must have been the bottom of the zone. Called strike. Count goes 0-2. So Shaw just needs one. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Third base. Gavin Boutel fields it. He'll throw on the run to first base, and he'll get the put out with Jack Wolf. There's one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Next batter going to step in for Lawrence Central. It's going to be number 4, Gabe Rodarte. Gabe Rodarte. I went to the dugout. They gave me pronunciations. Had to write his out phonically. Rodarte. Here comes the first pitch to Gabe. Checks his swing. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Gabe Rodarte. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. Swung on. You're going to send one to left field. Trying to make the catch low above the ground there. Reaching down with Seppinger. And I'm going to slide into second base. He's going to get called out. Trying to make a 2-base hit out of a single. Rodarte's thrown out at second base, but he will get credit for a single. So that ball hit to left field. Isaac Seppinger tried to make the grab, got under his glove. And I'm guessing that was Brent Robbins, center fielder, that threw it in. I didn't quite see that much. Saw the throw to second and the tag. Backdoor, I should say, fastball from a 2 o'clock arm slot from Brooks, facing the right-handed batter to the 8 hitter, number 14, first baseman, Jack Wolf. Swing and a miss. Wolf will go down the count. No balls, 2 strikes. So 2 outs on the diamond. We're in the bottom of the second inning. It's a 1-run ball game. Bears in front. Good block outside, low pitch. Good block by Jackson Kane. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stepping back in, right-handed batter's box, Jack Wolf. Already plenty busy there at first base in this ball game. Ground ball, third base. Gavin Boutel fields it. High throw, somewhat high. And it's going to be fielded and caught right there by Lucas Gerke for out number 3. So the Knights get out of the inning. And the Knights are going to bat here in the top of the third. This game moving right along. When you jog in, jog out, get 3 outs, 3 outs. A game can be completed in a reasonable amount of time. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Thomas Docks Incorporated. High quality, custom built waterfront products and services. Docks, boat lifts, seawalls, dock accessories, marine services, etc. Thomas Docks Incorporated. You can reach them on the web at thomasdocks.com. And we'll also mention they're located at 20799 Riverwood Avenue, Noblesville, Indiana 46062. Thomas Docks, locally owned and operated since 1993. You can reach them by telephone at 317-774-3790. Again, Thomas Docks, 317-774-3790. You can, their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or you can call them, make an appointment. They will accommodate you if you need to make an appointment. That's Thomas Docks. Choose the company that has the equipment to maintain and service new and existing waterfront projects. Thomas Docks that work all across the nation and definitely nearby surrounding states in Indiana. First pitch from Wise, top of the third. Inside tight, ball one. In the batter's box for the Knights is 17, Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel playing third base today. He'll square to bunt. He'll try to bunt for a hit. Back to Wise. He'll field it close to the third baseline. He'll throw to first base and just get Gavin Boutel put out by Jack Wolf. There's one out. Top of the third inning. Gavin Boutel gave it a pretty good effort. Might have squared a bit early. I mean, I'm not the coach, but if you're going to bump for a hit, I don't know. But stepping into bat right now it's Hudson Gutwein, second time at the plate. First pitch comes in tight, ball one. Gavin Boutel working right there, right-handed batter's box. Pitch comes in from Wise, outside half. Strike called. One ball, one strike. Hudson Gutwein, he's a junior class member. He's 5'11", 175. Pitch comes in. He'll take one to left field, base hit. He's going to bounce one time in the glove. Now, Chance Shaw brings it back in. Shortstop, Dorsey. So Hudson Gutwein gets a base hit. Hudson Gutwein now with 15 hits on the season. 14 are singles. He has one double. Stepping into bat, Lucas Gerke, left-handed batter's box. Lucas Gerke, also a junior class member. Out of the set, Mike Wise. Here comes a pitch. Inside and tight, ball one. I see Mike Wise is taking the set position. He's looking over that right shoulder as a right-handed pitcher at first base. I've always thought that might mess up your focus when you turn to throw to the plate. Over that right shoulder. Out of the set, he's going to try a pickoff move. Steps off the back, no throw. So one ball, no strikes. Lucas Gerke batting. Top of the third inning. Working out a stretch. Now the set for Wise. He'll check over his right shoulder at first base. He'll check again. Long check at first base. Still out of set. And Lucas Gerke going to ask for time, and he'll be granted time in that left-handed batter's box. So working from the stretch, looking over at first base, out of the stretch. Now the set for Mike Wise. You look over that right shoulder at first base. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Gerke's going to take it to right field. This one's going to go pretty much right at Nick Johnson. And Nick Johnson makes the play. So the Knights have one out on the diamond. Stepping into bat for the Knights is number 20, Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick, he's a senior class member. He's played in all 16 games. 64 plate appearances, 52 at-bats. Out of the set, checks first base. Mike Wise, here's the pitch, taken off for second base. Is Hudson Gutwein. He'll slide in. A little bit late slide. You'll slide a long way on this synthetic field turf. Kind of got to plan your slide a little bit earlier. He nearly slid past the base there. Had to grab it with that right arm. Safe at second base is Gutwein. Gutwein picks up steal number 11 on the season. Swung on, foul ball right side. Right by Coach Ryan Johnson. He elected not to put a hand down for it. That ball will sting, and that will break a blood vessel. I'm here to tell you. So no balls, one strike to Minnick. Out of the set, checks second base. Checks it again. Here's the pitch by Wise. Breaking pitch inside a ball. Count goes 1-1. So he'll step back in. Top of the third inning. 1-run ball game. Bears got one in the bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch. Inside and tight. Ball two. Taken off for third base is Gutwein. A nice throw at third base. Connors, after he blocked it. And blocked it, it went laterally, probably about 15 feet to his right. Picks it up, make a throw to third base. because Hudson Gutwine elected to steal. A little bit late there. Here comes the pitch from Wise. Miss drop third strike. Step to the outside. Going to make the play at first base. I guess there were 2 outs in the inning. The Knights are retired as Evan Connors throws a strike to first base to Jack Wolf. So the Knights leave 1 on base. And Knights are going to play defensively here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. PutMeInSports.com. Internet radio sports since 2008. Happy to support education-based high school varsity sports. Baseball in the spring. Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. Baseball. Football in the fall. Tipton Blue Devils football. Basketball in the winter. Tipton Blue Devils boys basketball. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company.com. That's Camino-AND-Company.com. Camino and Company is in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company, a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino. That's an El Camino SS 1984 brand. Belongs to Carly Elbrett's grandpa. That's V.E. Witham. It's a black El Camino. And you can explore their website at Camino-and-Company.com. Stepping into bat for Lawrence Central is number 25, Evan Connors. He'll take a first pitch outside, ball 1. Evan Connors wears number 25. He is the catcher. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-run ball game. Bears in front. Here comes the pitch. Full cut, foul ball right around home plate. Might have got him on the body, acting like nothing happens right there. And I've got a text came in from Ryan Schumer. He says, wow, nice turf. Yeah, I sent him a picture of it. He's listening to his brother's game. Outside a ball, count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter's box, Evan Connors. Here comes the wind of the pitch from Brooks. Out's going to call that a strike. That was a gimme pitch. I guess that's an encouragement type of pitch, as long as that don't happen with 2 strikes on the batter. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Connors. Outside, ball 4. So he'll jog down to first base, almost a sprint. And next batter in the lineup going to be the one-hitter, Ahmad Duff. I was talking to Ahmad Duff in the dugout. He likes football, and he likes Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm going to go with the courtesy runner at first base for Evan Connors. It's going to be number 15, Aaron Harris. Aaron Harris, he's a senior. 15, he's also a right-handed pitcher, an outfielder, and plays DH for Coach Bragg. Right-handed batter's box, Ahmad Duff. Last time he almost beat 1 out at first base. Pickoff move, nonchalant to first base. Gerke does not apply a tag. So at first base doing the running is Aaron Harris for the Bears. Here comes the pitch. You're going to bunt one. First baseline. Fielded, going to be flipped to first base. Nice thought pattern there by Keaton Brooks. He picked it up and had to flip it like he was running an option play to the left side in a football game. So he gets the put out at first base with Lucas Gerke. And Ahmad Duff, mission accomplished. Moves the runner, Aaron Harris, to second base. So 1 out on the diamond. Stepping in is Mike Wise, trying to help himself as a batter. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and take one to left center field. It's going to get the grass. We'll call it grass. Too hot, picked up by Seppinger. He'll throw it in, hit the cutoff. Gavin Butel, middle of the infield. So it's going to be probably a single in the book, but he's going to move to second base on the throw. And Mike White's going to ask for time, hand over his apparatus on his lower leg so he can do the running. Picked up there by Coach Tim Bragg. Tim Bragg, tell what, both these coaches, Coach Bourdonnais, going to walk out. Both these coaches, very sharp, more than qualified to coach at this level. And I'll mention Tim Bragg let me know that his last 4 years were at 8th grade level. Tim Bragg knows a lot about the game. And Coach Bourdonnais is sharing some of his knowledge right now at the pitcher's rubber, talking with his infield. So baseball right here on a Thursday. Nice day. I think I'm 62 degrees, about what it got to today. They're talking about 82 degrees this Sunday. So as long as they don't get up to 95 and 100, that's tough baseball weather. I did see a final game at Victory Field, Daleville and University High School. That was the final game in Class 1A. It went 8 innings, but it was 100 degrees for the whole game. So they're going to walk the batter. They're going to load them up. They're going to give a complimentary walk to the 3-hitter for 7, Nick Johnson. So bases are loaded. There's 1 out on the diamond. I do believe so. And I'm stepping into bat. 4-hitter, number 23, Aiden Duncan. Open stance. Out of the set, here's first pitch to Duncan. Backdoor curveball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Bases are loaded for the Bears here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here comes the pitch from Keaton Brooks. Ground ball. Brooks fields it. Nice glove. Looked like Maddox. Going to throw to first base. The throw's going to bring Gerke off the bag. So they get the out at home plate. It's 2 outs. And Jackson Kane try to snap throw to first base. Get the out at first, but the throw kind of brought Lucas Gerke. His foot came off the bag. They would have had 2. Difficult play to make. The Knights got 2. Bases still loaded. Stepping into bat. 16, Jaden Dorsey. Jaden Dorsey, the gentleman that Coach Bragg enjoys quite a lot. They're going to call an outside edge. Strike on that. Dorsey's in disbelief, and so am I. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball foul. Right side up against the wall. Right here, they got Lawrence Central logo behind home plate. They've got the Bear behind home plate. Pretty large size logo, I guess. The Lawrence Central letters, probably about 24 inches. Out of the set, here comes the 0-2. Swung on, foul ball. Going to stay around home plate. Might have got Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane's pretty tough cookie. Jackson Kane lives in the weight room. He goes home to eat dinner. But Jackson Kane, I tell you what, he's got a neck like a tree stump. He loves football. I'm sure he's going to be paying attention to what happens in the draft when he gets home. Peering in, looking at signals. 2 strikes on Dorsey. Pitch comes in. He'll foul this one back to the screen. He'll stay in that box. Freshman athletes. I can only dream about his upside. Steps back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Keaton Brooks, here's the pitch. Backdoor curveball stays outside. So he'll step back in with a 1-2 count. He's fighting him off. Already a quality at bat. Out of the set, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Backdoor curveball misses outside. Home plate umpire is not going to ring him up unless that's a strike. He's fouling him off. He earns the right to bat in this at bat. So right-handed batter's box. Jaden Dorsey, here's the pitch. Hit one, base hit to center field. Going to bounce a couple times. Brent Robbins going to throw the play. They're going to make a play, and then he's going to be out. What a throw, Brent Robbins. What a tag by Jackson Kane. They do come up with one run. And I think it's a 2-0 contest. 2-0 on the board. And so Jaden Dorsey going to get an RBI and a base hit. And at the end of 3 innings, it's a 2-0 contest. Bears in front. Knights are going to bat here in the top of the 4th inning. And I will also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. Fritz and Fishers since 1983. They buy, they sell, they'll trade, and they'll help you to finance your automobile. They have quality cars, trucks, and SUVs, preferred low mileage, and one-owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County locations right there in Fishers, Indiana at 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them up there in Fishers, 317-842-2228. Their phone number is 317-842-2228. And they're in Noblesville, right there along State Road 32. That's between Noblesville and Westfield. You can dial them up at that dealership at 317-773-2232. Again, 317-773-2232. You can either visit them online in your own comfort, or you can stop by on site. That's FritzandFishers.com. FRITZ. So they're getting ready to throw one down. They're working the ball around the infield. Top of the 4th inning on the way. Evan Connors, he was going to toss one down from his knees. He lost the handle. I don't know if he ever heard of a guy named Johnny Bench. He has heard of him. Dad tells me. Yeah, Johnny Bench. He could hold 7 baseballs in one hand. And I saw that. If I didn't see the picture of it, I might not believe it. Stepping in, Brent Robbins. Working from the windup, Mike Wise. First pitch to Robbins. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. He lets one go by. Brent Robbins, he's a senior class member in 16 games. He has 60 plate appearances, 46 at-bats. Here comes the pitch. Just outside, ball. Count goes 1-1. As I said, Robbins leads the team in hits with 19. He's batting .413 in that batter's box. He's going to take one softly near second base. Going to throw to first base, and he's going to get put out by the shortstop, Jaden Dorsey. There's one out on the diamond. So nice play. That was a soft line drive over Mike Wise, the pitcher's head. And I thought it was going to get into center field, but it stayed around second base, and a good pickup by Dorsey. So stepping in is Jackson Kane, right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Mike Wise, outside of ball. Evan Connors has to come out of his crouch and move to his right to get that stop. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson Kane, last game he homered in the ball game. He'll take this one inside and tight, ball 2. Jackson Kane, junior class member. Brian Ney, the football coach, tries to get him the football. Here comes the pitch outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Jackson Kane likely has the take sign. I have seen the green light on the 3-0 count, but not very often. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Jackson Kane going to pick up a walk, and Jackson Kane going to jog down to first base. He'll pick up walk number 10 on the season. And stepping into bat is Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks, the 6 hitter. He's doing the pitching in the ball game. He'll step in now. Mike Wise out of the stretch, looking at first base. Out of set, he'll check again. He'll check a second time, and here comes the pitch. Nearly got Keaton Brooks. It's going to go back to the backstop. Probably going to go in the book as a wild pitch. Taking second base is Jackson Kane. Kane at second base, nobody out. I take that back. One out. Bryn Robbins ground out to first base. So conversation at the pitcher's rubber. Catcher Evan Connors and pitcher Mike Wise. They're going to break up the meeting. Evan Connors going to jog back, get behind the dish. 1 ball, no strikes to Keaton Brooks. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Very few signals given by Coach Bourdonnais. Peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the set. Check second base. Here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Nice block once again by Connors. Keeps it laterally to him. But taking third base on the pitch is Jackson Kane. So Knights have 1 aboard at third base with 1 out. Keaton Brooks in the batter's box. He'll step in now. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Brooks probably has that universal take pitch, and here comes the pitch out of the windup. Right across the dish, knee high, strike called. 3 balls, 1 strike. They call it the hitter's count. Should be a good one. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Might have been a off-speed breaking pitch or somewhat of a slider. Outside half. Strike called. Count goes 3-2. Here comes a 3-2 pitch from Wise. Going to be high and away. Ball 4. So Keaton Brooks going to jog down to first base. Coach Bourdonnais going to make an adjustment. He's going to bring out the courtesy runner again. That's Jonah Gerke. And Jonah Gerke, we'll mention, he's a freshman. Jonah Gerke, he's 6'3". And then we'll mention the pitcher, Mike Wise, also 6'3". They list him at 195. He might be a bit thinner than that, but he's close. He can bring it. They're having a timeout right there on the pitcher's rubber. Coach Tim Bragg. And Coach Tim Bragg let me know that Coach Brian Foster, I tell you what, Brian Foster, he played in the minor leagues for 5 years. Mr. Connors right here next to me on the left tells me he was probably drafted by the Brewers. So the Brewers, you remember them, they used to be the Indianapolis Indians parent club. There are no longer. It used to be the Reds, but now it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stepping into bat, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg wears number 30. He is the DH in the ball game. He's batting in place of Isaac Seppinger. Out of set. Mike Wise, a long set. Might be by design. So call time in the batter's box. Gus Sandberg, he'll step back in. Runners on the corners for the Knights. First and third, Keaton Brooks at first base. Jackson Kane at third base. Gus Sandberg batting with 1 out. Thought about a pickoff move at first base. Steps back off the rubber. Makes himself an infielder and doesn't make the throw. Right-handed batter's box. Gus Sandberg. Working out a set. Here comes the pitch. Inside edge. Strike called. No balls, 1 strike. Is this your youngest? Wonderful. Wonderful. How old are you?
12.
12 years old. You play travel ball?
No, I quit baseball a while ago, like at 9.
What do you like?
I like to do swimming. Every now and then, during junior high, I want to do golfing, and I liked acting.
Very good. So base hit, Gus Sandberg, right to the left side of the third baseman. Going to get into left field, picked up by Chance Shaw. And the Knights score a run. Jackson Kane in from third base. So Sandberg is at first base. He's got a single and an RBI. Gus Sandberg on the season picks up RBI number 7 So it's a 2-1 ball game. Top of the fourth inning. Knights have two aboard, first and second base with one out. Sandberg at first base. We're going to have a set right there. Mike Wise, here's the pitch. In the batter's box is number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. No signals given by Coach Borday. Working out a set. Checks second base. Mike Wise, here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, foul of first base. Left-handed batter's box right there. Alex Schumer, sophomore class member. He's played in 7 ball games, 9 at-bats, 6 official at-bats. He's got a 444 on-base percentage. And he's going to take a hit by pitch. That ball was in the box with him. Couldn't quite get out of the way. It grazed him. It wasn't a full-fledged hit. So he jogs down to first base. Bases are loaded. Umpires are going to get together. They're going to talk this over. I don't know if they're going to say, did he try to get out of the way? Maybe that might be the topic of discussion. Both umpires having a conversation right there. He did flinch. I mean, if you flinch, that's like trying to get out of the way. So I think they're going to leave him there. I don't know if that was the topic of discussion. But they're talking something over. Coach Tim Bragg talking with the home plate umpire. There's a lot of smiling going on. Baseball is a good sport, so they're going to change pitchers. They're going to go with a second or first relief here. And so they're going to work on the pitcher's rubber. And it is number 23. 23 in the lineup, Aiden Duncan. Aiden Duncan, he comes over from third base. Going to do the pitching now. And so they're going to go to third base with the starting pitcher. Mike Wise will go to third base. And Duncan's going to get some warm-up tosses right here on the diamond. And we'll make some notes here and try to keep up to date. That's probably one of the toughest things I can't do very well is write replacements in and be correct, because I get corrected a lot from people in the booth on away ball games. I try hard, but we'll mention number 23, Aiden Duncan. Aiden Duncan has a 0-1 record. We'll mention Aiden Duncan making appearance number 9 this season. He's got 16 1/3 innings this season. He's allowed 20 hits, 28 runs, and only 19 were earned. And we'll mention he has struck out 15 batters in 16 1/3 innings. He has faced 93 batters. He has faced 72 official at-bats. He's walked 17. So right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Gavin Boutel steps in. Knights have bases loaded. 1 out. Top of the fourth inning. 1 run in. It's a 2-1 ball game. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch from Duncan. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Dorsey flips it to second. They'll go 6-4. They'll throw it to 3. Safe at first base. Beating it out right there was Gavin Boutel. So Boutel breaks it up. That's a prerequisite. You got to break up the double play. So the Knights get 1 across. It's a 2-2 ball game. Going to be an RBI off the bat of Boutel. Stepping in once again, Hudson Gutwein. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Timeout on the diamond. Catcher, Evan Connor's going to jog out, say something brief. Brief conversation there with Aiden Duncan. So no balls, 1 strike. Hudson Gutwein steps back in. Gutwein batting .318 in that right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pickoff move. They're going to try the 31, and everybody back safely. No throw made. 31, that's still available at the high school level. We're going to have a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch, taken off for second base. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. And I'm jogging over to second base is Gavin Boutel. Gavin Butel was on first base with 2 outs. Victory Field versus Bar Reeve when the balk occurred. He was pinch running. He might have been courtesy running. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball, right side, going to get the screen. Nice tall screen right here. Collects a lot of baseballs. Keeps him from getting out in the outer environment. You don't want to hit somebody with the baseball. Here comes the pitch. High and tight. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third for the Knights. 2 out. Step off the back of the rubber. So Aiden Duncan wanted to just step off. It's his prerogative. He is the pitcher. He kind of controls the pace of a ball game for the most part. Out of the set, checks third base. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball foul, right side, in front of the Knights dugout. These dugouts are lower than the ground. They are dugouts. And they're maybe not as low as you might see, but they are nice. Nice facility here at Lawrence Central High School. Here comes the 1-2. Foul ball once again, straight back, going to get the screen. And Hudson Gutwein is in the works of a quality at-bat. Hudson Gutwein on the season has the most quality at-bats. He has 38. Brent Robbins also with 38. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a hit by pitch in the batter's box. Gutwein didn't move much. If that was a topic of conversation a couple of batters ago, then that would be a topic right now. So maybe that wasn't the topic. So bases are loaded once again. Hudson Gutwein at first base. Gavin Butel at second base. And Gus Sandberg at third base. Stepping in, Lucas Gerke. Here comes the pitch. Take 1 foul, left side, out of play. That'll just get right side of the screen. It'll go out of play. Screen goes from dugout to dugout. I'm sure it saves a lot of baseballs. Baseballs aren't cheap. If you get the good ones, the 10-10s, you're probably talking $4 or $5 a ball. Pitch comes in low. Take that back, outside edge. Might have been below the kneecaps, but sometimes you have to encourage the pitcher. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes to Lucas Gerke. Bases loaded. Out of the set, Aiden Duncan. Here's the pitch. Outside, a bit tall for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Straightaway stance, left-handed batter's box for Lucas Gerke. Peering in, looking at signals. Aiden Duncan out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Backdoor curveball. If it gets a piece of it, goes to left field. Good beat on the baseball. Chance Shaw in left field makes the catch as Gerke takes it the other way. So the Knights are out of the inning. They leave bases loaded. Knights come up with 2 runs in the top of the 4th. A 2-2 ball game. That's true, ain't it? 2-2. They only got 1. 2-2. 2-2 ball game. Not able to see the scoreboard in this ball game. That's okay. We'll do our best, and it just matters after the game's over what the score was. One team needs to at least win by 1. So they have lights here. Not sure if we'd be able to utilize the lights here in a make. Can we? Good deal. So Keaton Brooks back out on the rubber, getting warm-up tosses. And we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment since 1955. You can reach them on the web at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. They are your Central Indiana equipment dealer, serving customers and the community since 1955. Reynolds Farm Equipment, family owned and operated. And they're not going to throw one down right here, so we'll pick that up in a moment. Stepping into bat for Lawrence Central is number 11, Chance Shaw. Chance Shaw made that final catch in left field in the top half of the fourth. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. Swung on, shot to third base. Gavin Butel, if not just trying to protect himself, makes that catch just above his head on a line rope off the bat of Chance Shaw for the first out. So stepping in again is number 4, 7-hitter, Gabe Rodarte. Gabe Rodarte steps in. He's played in 11 ball games. Pitch comes in, outside edge. Rodarte in disbelief, and I have to agree with him. No balls, 1 strike. Rodarte batting .290 in that right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Backdoor curveball. That did get the outside edge. No balls, 2 strikes. Rodarte on base percentage of .371. He's got 10 hits, 9 singles. He has 1 double. Pitch comes in. He'll take the center field. Coming in, making the catch is Brent Robbins. Brent Robbins reads the ball pretty good off the bat. Pretty much all the time. Brent Robbins kind of owning center field for at least 2 years, probably even back in his sophomore campaign. So 2 outs, stepping in, 14, Jack Wolf. Jack Wolf, first baseman. He's played in 10 ball games, according to my stats. I do not have last night's stats included. Pitch comes in, outside, ball 1. Jack Wolf, 26 plate appearances, 22 at-bats. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss. Batting .227, right-handed batter's box, on base percentage, .346. He's got 5 hits. He's got a double, and he has a triple. He'll take this one skyward to center field. Didn't have to move much. Brent Robbins is going to catch the third out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So, 2-2 ball game. Good baseball here in Indianapolis. I know the Knights made a bit of a jog over here. I know they would not complain because they like baseball as much as the Bears do. And I know especially Coach Bourdonnais and Coach Tim Bragg, they love baseball. They both have coached, other than high school, they've coached summer ball. That's how much they like it. And I will finish the rest of this, Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment, they supply farmers, landscapers, contractors, and homeowners of Central Indiana with a full line of new and used John Deere products, parts and service for agriculture, residential, and commercial construction equipment. Hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 12 noon. They're closed on Sunday. You can stop by Reynolds Farm Equipment right there at 276th Street off of US 31. They're in northern Hamilton County. Right inside Reynolds, you'll find Titus Bakery and Deli. You can enjoy breakfast and or lunch. Titus Bakery and Deli. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Titus Bakery and Deli in Reynolds Farm Equipment. A good tandem. So getting some final warm-up tosses right here on the diamond is Aiden Duncan. Aiden Duncan came in last inning for relief of starting pitcher Mike Wise. Aiden Duncan was the third baseman. They switched places. Mike Wise is at third base now, 6'3". I'm guessing Mike Wise might be a member on the basketball team. No, he doesn't play basketball, Coach Mr. Connors tells me. So you guys have a pretty good selection with 2,200 kids. But he shakes his head yes. But Lawrence Central, that happens to be where my father-in-law attended school. I don't think it was as nice as it is now, right now, but he went to school here. He likes it, and he speaks highly of Lawrence Central. Peering in, looking at signals, Aiden Duncan. In the batter's box, Caden Minnick. Ground ball, left side, fielded by Dorsey at shortstop. He'll throw on the run. He's safe. Throw goes left of first base. Caden Minnick going to get credit for an infield hit. Had to come in a long way, Jaden Dorsey, to field that slow, rolling, bouncing baseball. He threw it on the run. And just right side of Jack Wolf. And Caden Minnick is at first base. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. 4-hitter. 33, Bryn Robbins. As mentioned, batting .413. He has a .525 on base percentage. That means about half the time he comes to the plate, a little more than he gets on base. Pickoff move, first base. Back safely is Minnick. Jack Wolf applies the tag. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Long peer by Aiden Duncan. Now the set position. Out of the set, he'll check first. Here comes the pitch to Robbins. He'll take it right side, going to get through the hole. On the ground, goes into right field between second and first base. Bryn Robbins picks up another base hit. Bryn Robbins now has 20 hits on the season, 16 singles, 2 doubles. So runners at first and second base for the Knights. Nobody out. Third batter in the inning is Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane, right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Aiden Kane out of the set. Here comes the pitch. He'll squirt a bunt. Going to bunt it back to Duncan. He'll field it. He'll throw to first base. Jackson Kane is out, but it will not bother his batting average. He'll give up himself to move the runners. So runners at second and third base as Coach Bourdonnais gets a couple of guys in scoring position. Left-handed batter going to step in. He's doing the pitching in today's contest. Keaton Brooks, and the infield is going to come in. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 ball game. Keaton Brooks batting. Here comes the pitch from Duncan. Backdoor curveball in there for a strike. Might have got the top of the zone, but the backdoor curveball got the middle of the dish. Pretty good placement on the curveball by Duncan. Peering in, looking at signals. Long peer, getting signals from Evan Connors. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle. Base hit goes into center field. Knight's going to score 1. Sliding in to score the second run is Bryn Robbins. Caden Minnick and Bryn Robbins cross the dish. There are 2 runners in here in the top of the 5th. And Jonah Gerke going to jog out to second base as Keaton Brooks takes second base on the throw. And he'll come in, get his pitching glove ready. And stepping into bat with the runner at second base, that's Jonah Gerke, courtesy runner for Keaton Brooks, the pitcher in this ball game. Gus Sandberg, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Duncan. Swung on, he'll take it to left field. Going to back up the left fielder. It's going to go over his head. Going to be picked up against the fence at the warning track in left field. And I'm scoring from second base on the double off the bat of Gus Sandberg is Jonah Gerke. Knights have 3 runs in here in the top of the 5th. Isaac Seppinger is going to go out and run for number 30. That is Gus Sandberg. Isaac Seppinger is the left fielder. Gus Sandberg is batting for Isaac. We'll see what takes place when the defensive mode comes up in the bottom of the 5th. So stepping into bat, 8-hitter, number 12, Alex Schumer. Second baseman. Looking at signals, steps in. Runner at second base is Isaac Seppinger. Working out a stretch, now the set. Aiden Duncan, here's the first pitch. Chest outside, just missed. Backdoor curveball. Righty facing the lefty batter, Alex Schumer. Peering in, looking at signals. Aiden Duncan. Now out of set position. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and take it the other way. Foul territory, out of play. Pretty quick bat, pretty quick hands for Alex Schumer. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Knights have 3 in. It's a 5-2 ball game. Knights in front. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and take it the other way. Base hit over third base, over 6'3". Mike Wise sliding in. Going to score from second base is Isaac Seppinger. And Alex Schumer going to get a base hit. He'll take second base on the throw. So a single and an RBI for Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer picks up RBI number 5 on the season. He'll pick up his second hit on the season. He now has a single and a double. So Jonah Gerke going out to pick up an apparatus, lower apparatus on the ankle area. Belonged to Alex Schumer. Schumer going to put that sliding mitt on. Back when we played the game, Mr. Connors, we didn't even know what a sliding mitt was. They invent things all the time, especially this speaker in the earpiece of the catcher. Ground ball, Mike Wise at third base. Throw to first. Going to be a little bit off target. Going to get away from him. He'll pick it up and take in second base. Right there is Gavin Boutel. He's going to reach on air. Boutel at second base. And Alex Schumer is now at third base. So we're going to see the one hitter again for the Knights. Leadoff batter in this ball game, Hudson Gutwein. Gutwein, number 9. Gutwein steps in, batting .318, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, looking for signals. Not many given. 1 out, runners at second and third base for the Knights. We're going to have a stretch, now the set. Aiden Duncan, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Might have got the inside half. Breaking pitch was well placed by Aiden Duncan. So steps back in, peering in, looking for signals. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch by Aiden Duncan. Inside and tight. Tall, nice grab by Evan Connors. So Evan Connors doing the pitching for the Bears, peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the set position. Here comes the pitch to Gutwein. Breaking pitch again, pretty much a Memorex of the first strike. So no swing, called strike. Count goes 1 and 2. Aiden Duncan working the curveball pretty nicely here in the top of the 5th inning. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a ground ball. Fielded by the pitcher. Going to throw to first base. Gavin Boutel had to get back in a hurry. He almost overran Alex Schumer at third base. He detected that quickly, got back to second. So ground ball to the pitcher. And Aiden Duncan throws to first base. Jack Wolf, they get the put out. 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Stepping into bat, Lucas Gerke. First baseman, wears number 10. Left-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. You're going to take one the other way. There's a low elevation, pretty close to Alex Schumer. He ducks for it, and Coach Bourdonnais does the same. So no balls, 1 strike. They inserted the ball to throw this one out of play. Stepping back in is Lucas Gerke. 2 runners aboard, 2 out. Top of the 5th inning. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut. Lucas Gerke, that second cut pretty much still belongs to him. It's a team cut, but this cut belongs to the team. Working out a set. Checks third base. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. So Lucas Gerke working there in that left-handed batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little bit of an instep, open stance for Gerke. Out of set. Here comes the 1-2. Backdoor curveball misses outside. 2-2 count to Gerke. Lucas Gerke in 16 games. He's batting .332 left-handed batter's box. .552 on base percentage. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Duncan. Swung on, he'll foul it back to the screen. He'll stay in that box. I should mention Lucas Gerke. I misspoke a while ago. I said 38 quality at-bats led the team, but no. Lucas Gerke has 43 quality at-bats in 58 attempts at the plate. Out of set, here comes the 2-2. Swung on, he'll foul another one. Out of play, left side. Left-handed batter going the other way with it. Protecting the zone. So Lucas Gerke steps back in, left-handed batter's box. He's got 13 hits on the season. He's got 17 RBI. He has scored 15 runs himself. Pitch comes in, ground ball. Second base, Gabe Retarde. Going to slide in head first, safe at first base. And they didn't make the play. First baseman went over to the right to try to make a play on the catch. And pitcher Aiden Duncan a little bit late getting to first base. He taps himself on the chest. He lets everybody know I know. And that's a way of apologizing in a nice manner. So stepping into bat is Caden Minnick. Out of the set, Duncan. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Trying to steal second base, and he will. At second base is Lucas Gerke. And Lucas Gerke going to get picked up stolen base number 5. Gerke has been thrown out stealing one time. Left-handed batter's box, Caden Minnick. Out of set, Duncan. Here's the pitch. Out backdoor curveball, misses outside. So Caden Minnick in the box. His dad is in center field doing the filming. He's behind the home run fence. He does that every game. He's good at it. And he's a pretty kind gentleman to work with. Going to go the other way. Going to go to left field. Trying to make the catch. With 2 outs, you got to go for it. He dove. It got under the glove. And Caden Minnick, it's going to be a triple. And they're going to send him home. And he's going to slide it home plate head first. No tag. And Caden Minnick going to get credit for an inside the park home run. That ball didn't seem to get the bag. They throw to third base, tag it, thinking that Caden might have missed third base. Infield umpire signals safe. So it's an inside the park home run. Caden Minnick. And Caden Minnick joins 2 other guys for 1 home run on the season. But the other 2 guys put it over the fence. But Caden Minnick had to work double time to get that all the way around the bases. So timeout on the diamond. Coach Tim Bragg walking out, talking with Aiden Duncan. He had already tossed him the baseball. I'm sure there were kind words spoken. Aiden Duncan going to walk in the dugout. He gets a hand clap on his way out. And a good effort here on a Thursday. And Coach Bragg going to go with a second relief. And try to capture the number. I think it's 15. And you need some warm-up tosses right there. And we'll capture that. I believe it is 15. It's Aaron Harris. Aaron Harris, he did pinch run earlier in the ball game. He's on the pitcher's rubber right now, getting some warm-up tosses. 15, Aaron Harris. Will mention, this is appearance number 2 on the season. He has pitched 1 1/3 innings. He's allowed 1 hit. He's allowed 3 runs, and all 3 runs were earned. And home plate umpire going to walk out, going to ask him to remove a wrist bracelet. Wrist bracelet on the right hand, I must add. So he's going to either take it off, put it on the left hand, or put it in the back pocket. Everything's good. Jewelry in high school baseball, I guess, has been okayed. So it's too tough to fight it, and it's too tough to police it. And a couple of years ago, they put the rule in for the eye black. They want you to go with eye black in a baseball game where it's just one horizontal stripe underneath your eye, kind of like a Tom Brady. Tom Brady put such a narrow horizontal stripe underneath his eye. I wonder why he even put eye black on. But you can't complain. Tom Brady is Tom Brady, and I guess they're going to have a roast. There's going to be a Netflix roast for Tom Brady. I think it's on May the 5th. Do you like Tom Brady? You want to check that out? It's a roast. I'm sure it's going to be good. Might be some language that you would rather not hear, but there's going to be a roast on May the 5th, and it's going to be hosted by Kevin Hart. A little while back, Kevin Hart was involved in a terrible accident. I'm glad to see that turned out good. So next batter going to step in for the Knights. It's going to be Brent Robbins. Right-handed batter's box. Nobody aboard. Step in. Working from the windup. 15, Aaron Harris. Pitch comes in a bit above the zone. Ball 1. Aaron Harris, as mentioned, he's a senior right-handed pitcher. He's an outfielder, and he plays the DH position. Here comes a wind and the pitch to Robbins. Above the head, ball 2. He's going to work on that, finding that release point. He's got some velocity. Aaron Harris, he'll pick up that release point. He'll be duplicating pitches. Here comes the pitch. Right across the dish. Might have been a breaking pitch. Slider at best. Count goes 2-1. Working from the windup, here comes the pitch to Robbins. Above the zone, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Robbins likes to swing the bat. He'll take a walk if it shows up. He's got 10 walks on the season and now 11. So he'll jog to first base. He'll put the sliding mitt on his way to first base. And the next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 3, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane, 5'10", 195. Pretty stout young man. He's batting .213. He's working on that average. .339 on base percentage. First pitch comes in. Breaking pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane. 10 hits on the season. 6 are singles. 3 are doubles. Jackson has 1 home run. Steps back in. Peering in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Aaron Harris out of the set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut. Jackson Kane. Runner at first base for the Knights is Brent Robbins. Peering in, looking at signals. Checking first base out of the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch from Harris. Taking off for second base is Robbins. Foul ball. Dropped it. 2 strikes. He didn't clean it. Brent Robbins should actually go back to first base. That ball was dropped, wasn't it, Mr. Connors? I thought it was. If it was, I think Tim Bragg would have caught it. Maybe it was not. Maybe he cleaned it. Evan Connors, the catcher. He's doing a great job. Here comes the pitch. Low, good block by Evan. Kept that ball in front of him. So Brent Robbins is going to get credit with a stolen base. Brent Robbins now has 8 stolen bases on the season. He's been caught stealing 1 time. They get a modest lead there at second base. Here comes a pitch from Harris. Low in the synthetic dirt. And as the ball lay there, Brent Robbins is going to take third base. Looked like Aaron Harris might not have wanted to pitch that ball. He might have been thinking about a pickoff move about the same time he was wanting to release it. And working from the windup, here's the pitch to Jackson. Swing and a miss. So Jackson Kane will go down swinging. The Knights are retired here in the top of the 5th. Is that right? I've lost track of the score. Do you have to know? So the Knights go up in the fifth inning. Knights have 10 on the scoreboard. The Bears are going to bat here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Century 21. She belongs to Sheets Company. Sheets Company, that's down there on 96th Street, right across, barely into Marion County. They also have a Sheets office over in Zionsville. When you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 20 plus years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent or a real estate broker, Lisa Stokes Bear, happens to be both. She strives for such as that. And we'll mention your happiness is her success. Happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message 317 513 4086. Again, that's 317 513 4086. And then Lisa Stokes Bear, little Van Hagar, pretty good music. I think I'd rather listen to Van Hagar than Van Halen with David. But I guess they're getting back together. David going to do some singing with Van Halen. And we sure do miss Eddie Van Halen, best guitarist ever. That's what we say. He's in the top five. Stepping into bat, Bears. Here comes the first pitch from Brooks. Bottom of the fifth inning. Swing and a miss in the batter's box is Evan Connors. Evan Connors, 25. We'll mention in 10 ball games. 10 ball games, 18 plate appearances, 14 at-bats. 333 on base percentage. Pitch comes in outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-handed batter's box, Evan Connors doing the catching for the Bears. Pitch comes in, 2 o'clock arm slot. Across the dish, fastball, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Working from the windup, peering in, looking at signals. Here comes a pitch. Low for ball 2. So Jackson Kane does use the earpiece. Brand new availability for the dugout, the coach in the dugout. One of them, got to be in the dugout, can call pitches to the earpiece of Jackson Kane. So outside pitch going to go down swinging, and they're going to be 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be the one hitter, Ahmad Duff, center fielder. He has some wheels. Is he on the football team, Ahmad? I sure hope so. Man, that guy probably, if he wasn't here on the baseball field, he'd be on the track. Or does he do both? Oh, he did a sophomore year? That's interesting. A right-handed batter's box, Ahmad Duff. Here comes a pitch from Brooks. Swung on. He'll take a good one to center field. Going to back up Brent Robbins a little bit. He'll make the catch. So Ahmad Duff gets the sweet spot on that bat. And he'll pick it up. He'll jog back to the dugout. Pretty athletic young man. Good hand over fist swing to center field. Ahmad Duff, he batting average of 457, 46 plate appearances, 35 at-bats, 565 on base percentage. Probably why he's batting first for Coach Bragg. Pitch comes in, fastball across the dish, strike 1. In the batter's box is number 5, Mike Wise. Mike Wise is the third baseman. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike Wise, 46 plate appearances in 11 games, 38 at-bats, batting .421. The right-handed batter's box. Short hops the glove. Jackson Kane makes a stop. Count goes 2-1. Mike Wise has an even 500 on base percentage. He's got 16 hits. He's got 3 doubles, no triples, but he does have a home run. Swing and a miss. He'll wave at an outside pitch. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Wise. He's walked 6 times. He's got 7 RBI. He's reached once on air. He's been hit by pitch 1 time. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. He's going to float one. It's going to be skyward on the infield. It's going to be in fair territory, called for by the first baseman, Lucas Gerke. He'll make the catch in about regular depth. So the Knights get out of the inning. And we'll go to the top of the 6th inning. Knights in front. 10-2 contest. They'll bat here in the top of the 6th. And then we do appreciate you tuning in. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by your home away from home. Do you sometimes wonder how relaxing it would be to take your family to Florida, but you don't have a place to stay? Well, you can enjoy that home away from home in Davenport, Florida. Enjoy a 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath, spacious townhome with a private pool. I've seen photographs of this home. It is spectacular. You can email. I'm sure they'll send you pictures. But this home is available for short-term or long-term stays. Davenport, Florida is a vacation destination in northeastern Polk County, close proximity to the Walt Disney theme park in Orlando. And if you enjoy the warm sand and the sunny beaches, just 90 minutes separate you from Cocoa, Clearwater, Daytona, and New Smyrna beaches. You and your family could jump on a plane or hop in a car. When you get to Davenport, Florida, there you are. To inquire, direct your emails to 353-Captiva@gmail.com. That's 353-CAPTIVA@gmail.com. Your home away from home. That would be fun. Stepping into bat, Keaton Brooks. Here comes the first pitch from Harris. Swung on, ground ball foul, right side, out in front of the Knights dugout. Aaron Harris, third pitcher in the ball game for the Bears. Bears got another game tomorrow, so they got to be careful with their pitching. Pitch comes in, outside edge, strike called. Count goes 0-2. Bears are going to be at Speedway tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock start on a Friday. Ball's going to short hop the glove. Ball 1. Count goes 1-2. So stepping back in, Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball foul of first base. Gloving it right there is Jack Wolf. Again, a 1-2 count for Brooks. He has an on-base percentage of .333. Brooks has 7 hits on the season, 5 are singles. He has 2 doubles. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking pitch right back to the hill. Glove right there by Harris. He'll throw to first base, Jack Wolf. They'll get the put out. There's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. It's going to be number 41, Isaac Seppinger. So Isaac Seppinger stays in the ball game after doing the running for Gus Sandberg. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in, backdoor curveball for a strike. Seppinger, a left-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher, Aaron Harris. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Seppinger goes down the count 0-2. Seppinger, pretty good sized young man, 6'3", 200 pounds. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The short hop the glove. Have a different catcher in the ball game. Number 8. So in the ball game, who? Catcher? Oh, really? So goes back to the dugout.
So who's pitching now? I'm sorry. Isaac.
Okay. Elijah Harris in the ball game wears number 8. He's a junior. He's listed as a catcher and a utility player. And that's brothers pitching each other, ain't it? Pitcher and catcher, brothers. They told me that in the dugout, so that's pretty neat. Foul ball back off the screen, left side. Seppinger stays in the batter's box. So Aaron Harris is the pitcher. Aaron Harris is a senior. Here comes the pitch. Backdoor curveball. Misses outside. Elijah Harris, his brother, is a junior. I wonder if they go home and talk about baseball. So stepping back in, here comes the wind in the pitch. Just above the zone, ball 4. Seppinger tosses the bat aside, jogs to first base. Seppinger picks up walk number 6 on the season. Stepping in once again is number 12, Alex Schumer. Got a RBI, maybe 2 last time, got a single. First pitch comes in low and inside, ball 1. So signals given, third base coach Tim Bourdonnais. Peering in, looking at signals out right there. Now out of the set, here's the pitch from Aaron Harris. The short off the glove, Elijah keeps it nearby. So 1 runner aboard, Isaac Seppinger is at first base. Stepping back in the rubber, Aaron Harris checks first base out of stretch, checks it again. Now the set, Seppinger, he's on his horse, there he goes. Outside pitch, going to call it a strike. They're going to call that one a strike. I guess they're kind of calling a strike, giving the runner second base. Maybe it's a switch. Maybe it's a trade. But Alex Schumer back in the box. Out of set. Here comes the pitch from Harris. Outside, low, good short hop block right there by Elijah Harris. Stepping back in, Alex Schumer. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Check second base. Here's the pitch. Inside and tight, ball 4. Ball's misplayed there at home plate. It was in the dirt. Hard backhand to glove right there for Elijah. And I'm moving over to third base on the play. Right there. Knights have runners at first and third base. Isaac Seppinger is at third base. Alex Schumer at first base. Stepping in is Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel having a tremendous season right here on the diamond. Going to throw to second base. Going to get the out at second. Coming in to get the out at home. So they throw him out at second. Trying to steal second with Schumer. When the throw went to second, Seppinger came into the plate trying to get the plates. And they threw a boom play, and they get a double play on throwouts. And that's a rare item. I've not seen that too often, but that was well done. So the Knights are out of the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Knights come up with, I don't know if they came up with a run or not. So I don't believe the Knights came up with a run. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Knights play defensively. Still out on the rubber is 34, Keaton Brooks. And we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Sign Production. Sign Production, a business with a good sign, is a sign of good business. Computer-generated, painted, and sandblasted signs. Billboard advertising, large format signage. Vehicle graphics and lettering. Banners and window lettering. Sign Production since 1985. You can dial them up or you can text them a message at 317-946-2424. Again, that number is 317-946-2424. And then they're getting loose right there on the diamond. Keaton Brooks about ready to go. Going to ask the batter to step in. Number 7, Nick Johnson. Going to be the first batter here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So right-handed batter Nick Johnson wears number 7 in 11 ball games, 45 plate appearances, 43 at bats. He's batting .535 as an average, .556 on base. Here's the pitch. Inside edge, strike called. 2 o'clock arm slot, angled right in there, triangular we'll call it. Just steps out of the box. He'll step back in. Number 7, Nick Johnson, the 3-hitter. Nick Johnson, 16 RBI on the season. Here comes a pitch from Brooks. Backdoor curveball misses, short hops the glove of Jackson Kane. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson is a member of the senior class, listed as an outfielder, a right-handed pitcher, and a shortstop. Here comes a pitch from Brooks. Swung on, he'll drive one to left field. Got some air under it. Going to be caught in left field by Seppinger. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And Nick Johnson kind of flipping that hand right there. Might have got a stinger. Got to squeeze the bat. Eliminate the stinger. So he'll get back in the dugout. We'll mention stepping in is number 15 in the ball game, Aaron Harris. Aaron Harris is the pitcher of record. Right-handed pitcher, outfielder, and a DH. First pitch, fouled back to the screen, 0-1 count. Nick Harris, he's played in 6 ball games, 11 plate appearances, 10 at-bats. He's batting an even 200, 273 on base. Backdoor curveball misses, must have been a bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aaron Harris, right-handed batter's box. He'll foul one back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Coach Bragg, no signals at third base. Here comes a wind in the pitch to Aaron Harris. Backdoor curveball misses outside. He'll step back in. Working from the wind-up, Keaton Brooks. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So they'll throw it around the horn. There are 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Next batter going to step in, going to be the 5-hitter. 5-hitter, number 16, Jaden Dorsey. Right-handed batter's box, a bit of an open stance. Here comes a wind in the pitch from Brooks. He'll fight one off. Foul ball right side. No balls, 1 strike. 16, Jaden Dorsey. Here comes the pitch. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Dorsey batting average at 467. 579 on base percentage. Be a drop third strike, stepping to the outside, making a throw to first base. Frozen rope from Jackson Kane to Gerke. And the Knights will go to the top of the 7th. They'll bat in the top of the 7th. After 6 complete, Knights 10, Bears 2. And we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. That's in Arcadia, Indiana. They have indoor and outdoor storage with flex storage availability. You can call to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location. Indoor, outdoor storage for your boats, RVs, or your precious automobiles. It could be a Corvette, could be a Mercedes, a Lexus, a Jaguar. It could be one of your older generation cars that you think highly of. We'll mention they have outdoor storage always available. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage, simply go online to the website at www.aipsindiana.com. Again, that's aipsindiana.com, or call by telephone at 317-774-1500. Again, that's 317-774-1500. And they're throwing the ball around the diamond, getting ready to toss one down to second base. And stepping into bat for the Knights is going to be number 17, Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel bats in the 9 spot. Probably the best 9-spot hitter you might find in high school baseball. Gavin Boutel, batting average of .395, .469 on base percentage. And Aaron Harris back out on the pitcher's rubber. Here comes the first pitch to Elijah Harris. Gavin Boutel going to float one. Right side, playable by the first baseman. Ryan Johnson was trying to get out of the way, and he kind of got in the way. And Jack Wolf had to hesitate to get around him, and that's the way it was, but there's no call. No call by the umpire. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Boutel. Swung on, he'll foul this one out of play. So Ryan Johnson was trying to stay out of the way. He wasn't really sure where the ball was hit. He was doing his best that he thought was to get out of the way. So here comes the pitch to Boutel outside of ball. Good backhand stop by Elijah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter's box, Gavin Boutel. 17 hits on the season. Short hop the glove. Count goes 2-2. Gavin Boutel, 17 hits, 17 singles. Out of the windup, here comes the pitch to Gavin. He's going to take a drive to left field. It's going to get down the line. It's going to be foul. They're going to call it foul. Home plate umpire had the view. He was standing on the baseline looking down there. It didn't miss much. I thought I was going to guess that it was fair. But it must have been just foul. A matter of inches. So let's step back in. 2-2 count. Gavin Boutel working from the windup once again. Aaron Harris. Pitch comes in high, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hudson Gutwein on deck. Here comes the wind and the 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Gavin Boutel going to jog down to first base. Going to pick up base on balls number 5 on the season. And Hudson Gutwein going to step in. Going to bat once again. Hudson Gutwein has been to the plate more times than anybody else in this ball game. Stepping in, working from the stretch, Aaron Harris. Modest speed at first base. Here's the pitch outside of ball. Going to get by the glove, and taking second base is Gavin Boutel. 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-2 count. Let me take that. 1 ball, no strikes, and Elijah Harris going to fix that mask. Probably had a snap, came loose. Home plate umpire handed him the mask after Hudson Gutwein handed the mask to the umpire. That's play-by-play. But anyway, stepping back in, working from the stretch, checking second base. Here comes the pitch. The short hop the glove again. 2 balls, no strikes to Gutwein. Jack Reisman is going to bat in the 2-hole for Lucas Gerke. He's on deck. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, playing him perfectly at shortstop. Makes a throw over to first base, Jack Wolf. And they get the out. So Jack Reisman is going to bat. Coach Bournet going to let the home plate umpire know. And home plate umpire will record that probably at the end of the half inning. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Harris. Short hops the glove, ball one. Jack Reisman, he's played in 7 ball games. This is number 8. 6'5", 220. He's got a 500 on base percentage. Here comes the pitch. Short hops the glove, ball 2. This is appearance, I should say, plate appearance number 5 for Reisman. Reisman has done some pitching for the Knights. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Reisman, his pitching endeavors, he's got 5 innings thus far. And he's thrown to 33 batters, 134 pitches. Jack Reisman, a 6'5" pitcher for the Knights. He's batting here in the top of the 7th. He'll take a 4-pitch walk. So Reisman jogging down to first base. 8 o'clock straight up on the wristwatch. Chicago Bears are on the clock. They're not going to be on the clock long. They're going to pick Caleb Williams, USC quarterback. They say he's the best in the draft, but I'm just a little peculiar. So stepping in, actually, it's going to be number 24, Vince Telenko. Vince Telenko, sophomore athlete. Very few signals, if any, given at third base. He'll step in. Right-handed batter. Telenko played last night in the ball game. Telenko has 1 hit. What's a single? He is batting 1,000. Here comes the pitch, outside, ball 1. Telenko had a good stroke last night for his base hit. Off the bat in a hurry. Lightning speed to the outfield. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Short hops the glove, ball 2. Vince Telenko. He's listed as a pitcher and an outfielder. He's been to the plate once. He's got 1 hit. This is his 2nd plate appearance on the season. Short hops the glove, ball 3. Vince Telenko. He has scored 2 runs this season. He has 1 at bat, and it is a quality at bat. Working out stretch. Now the set is a 3-0 pitch. Right across the dish, strike called. Count goes 3-1. Runners on the corners for the Knights. Telenko, right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. You know, I made a mistake. That's not Telenko. That's 24, Ben Weeks. Ben Weeks getting a chance to bat. Meyer talked all about Telenko. Ben Weeks, a freshman. He's a catcher and a middle infielder. Ben Weeks, 6', 155. That was his first plate appearance. He drew a walk, so he still has no at bat. Foul ball right side. Jonah Gerke batting for the Knights. Left-handed batter. Bases loaded. No balls, 1 strike to Jonah Gerke. He is also a freshman, along with Ben Weeks. Ben Weeks is at first base. Pitch comes in, outside edge, strike called. Jonah Gerke, he's played in 2 ball games. This is number 3. He's 6'3", 165. He's got one plate appearance and 1 hit. He'll foul one down the first baseline, and it finally gets away from the line. And gloved in foul territory by Jack Wolf, the first baseman. So the Knights runners retreat back to their bases. A 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Jonah Gerke. Short hops the glove. Nice block by Elijah Harris. Elijah Harris, a junior class member. Calls time. Let's put that mask back on. Everything's good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball's made live. One pitch from the windup. Aaron Harris. Here's the pitch. Big ground ball, second base. Fields it. They'll flip it to the shortstop, and they'll go 4-6-3 double play. And the Knights are out of the inning. And the Bears come up with a 4-6-3 double play here in the top of the 7th. So after 6.5, Knights in front, 10-2. Bears are going to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. And as you know, Pacers Pacers lock it up 1-1 playing the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks. They played 2 games over there. They played on Sunday. I think they played Tuesday. I think that Tuesday, I believe. Yep, Tuesday. And they got the win in the second game, 17-point win over the Bucks. Bucks got a 15-point win over the Pacers in game 1. So they're going to play again tomorrow night, I believe it is. They're going to be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So that place will be rocking. And that place is going to be rocking for WNBA. WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark at Iowa got her jersey number retired. And they said only 2 other girl basketball players there at Iowa got their numbers retired. So that's 3 total. That's quite a compliment. And why not? Caitlin Clark, most points ever scored in NCAA history. And took over the reins from Pete Maravich. Pete Maravich wore number 44. Pete Maravich, I mentioned before, it'd be hard to beat him in a game of horse. I've seen film clips of him playing horse, and he has some of the best trick shots you could ever dream of. So the Knights are putting a new catcher in. It is Ben Weeks. Ben Weeks, I do apologize. I talked about him being Vince Talenko during his at-bat. Ben Weeks, a freshman, doing the catching for the Knights. Also a middle infielder. He's 6 feet tall, 155. He throws a pretty good frozen rope to second base. Freshman class member. He's taller than the umpire. He's shaking hands with the umpire. That is courtesy. That's cordial. That's all about sportsmanship. IHSAA, they smile when they see sportsmanship. So stepping in, Bears going to bat. Bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch inside. Severely inside a ball. Into batter's box for Lawrence Central is number 2, Xavier Lawrence. He's a senior. He's listed as an outfielder. Right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch. Swing and miss. Count goes even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Xavier Lawrence batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lights are not on. The sun's going down. Pitch comes in outside a bit tall. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Xavier Lawrence. Where's number 2? Right-handed batter. Here comes the left-handed pitch from Brooks. They're going to call that a strike. They call that a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Peering in, looking at signals. Here comes the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Outside a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Xavier Lawrence. Payoff pitch on the way from Brooks. Swing and miss. Drop third strike. Ben Weeks will tag him in the box. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 4 for Lawrence Central. Gabe Rodarte. Gabe Rodarte. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes the first pitch from Brooks. Inside edge, strike call. That 2 o'clock arm slot brings it in triangular. Maybe about 5 degrees. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on, sharply hit ball, foul territory. Coach Tim Bragg had to dodge that one. So stepping back in, 2 strikes. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Weeks tag him as he tried to get a little bit of a way there. He's in the left-handed batter's box by that time. And they throw it around the horn. And stepping into bat with 2 out, going to be number 14, Jack Wolf. Jack Wolf played a good first base in the ball game. He's 6'2", 215. Jack Wolf, a senior. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, one strike. Let's step back in. Right-handed batter's box. Jack Wolf. Here's the pitch from Brooks. Foul ball, back to the screen. No balls, two strikes. They'll pick up that ball prior to Elijah Harris is on deck for the Bears. Stepping back in, Jack Wolf. A little bit of an open stance. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Brooks. Swung on to take a drive to left center field. Going to get the gap. Going to be a base hit. Picked up there on a hop by Brent Robbins. And Jack Wolf gets himself aboard with a base hit to left center. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 8. He's doing the catching in the ball game. Elijah Harris. Junior class member, right-handed batter's box. Elijah Harris. Here comes the first pitch. Inside and low, ball 1. Elijah Harris has played in 6 ball games. He's batting his average is 200. On base, 429. That's Elijah Harris. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So that's going to be a foul ball. Foul ball off the tip of the bat, goes back to the screen. Home plate umpire still has a lot of energy. He could probably umpire for that 23-inning Cubs game that went 14-plus hours years ago. Here comes the pitch. You're going to take a drive to right field. Coming in to make the catch in right field, I believe, is the right fielder. It's not Caden Minnick. I believe it is Jackson Kane. And that's going to complete today's ball game. And we do appreciate opportunity to come to Lawrence Central High School, play on their brand new 1-month-old synthetic field turf field. And a lot of handshaking going on right here. And Jackson Kane offers that baseball to the umpire. He says, go ahead and keep it. So Jackson has it in his glove. He made the last catch, final out of the ball game. So we're going to bow out of here momentarily. We'll mention next game on the agenda for Lawrence Central Bears. They'll play tomorrow, 7 p.m. I believe it's 7 p.m. Check your schedule. I don't want to be wrong. Lawrence Central Bears will be at the Speedway Spark Plugs. That's Friday, tomorrow evening, the 26th. And the Knights are going to play a game tomorrow evening, Friday the 26th. They'll play at 5:30 p.m. Central Catholic will travel to Rossville. I hope you can make it live. If you can't make it live, you're welcome to listen. And we thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.
There you have it. I got plenty of them. I usually have 10 on it with me. I just got some today. This is a new one. It's got a new tip on it. You better keep that. Hang on.
You must be exhausted.
I got a box of them.
Like, all that talking, you must be exhausted.
After I leave here, I go get me a drink.
You need to.
Without alcohol. I haven't had alcohol for 35 years.
Well. Goodness gracious.
I know what it's like to have alcohol. Okay. I'll tell you that.
That's a lot of words.
I do baseball, football, and basketball. My wife allows me to. She actually listens to the game at home. Right now I'm on YouTube. But before I was on YouTube, the person that provides it for me used to be on his system, and he had a server. But his server went out of business. So now he's got to call me to hook me up for a game about 10 minutes before the game. Oh, wow. And so back when he had a server, I could get knocked off the air because I'm on a phone. So I glitch in the atmosphere, glitch. Yeah. I've been knocked off in a gym at Lapel. I was doing the sim of the regional final for our girls basketball, and it got kicked off with 2 minutes left. Oh, tie ball. It was on Facebook. I'm sorry, nothing I could have done about it, but I was mad. You know, it used to make me a lot madder. Yeah. Nice to meet you. You too. Thank you very much. I gotta go check another. All right. Tell Mosey he gives me a rain check.
I don't know where it's like.
Hey, we're post game right now. I'm going to talk to Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais, I tell you what, you go to Indianapolis. You played some good ball.
Yeah, I thought we had some chances in the first couple innings. We didn't really cash in, but then in the fifth, we really kind of broke it open. We did a lot of good things that inning. Ran the bases well, had some clutch hits, and a lot of guys came through for us there. And Keaton really threw a good ball game, settled in as the night went on. I thought he got stronger in later innings.
A lot of guys in the ball game hitting sharply hit balls on this synthetic field turf. It's tough to handle.
Yeah, I thought we swung the bats pretty decent overall. Put some pressure on them. They made a couple mistakes. We capitalized and then came through with some big hits.
You got a complete game from Keaton Brooks.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, he was throwing all his pitches for strikes and keeping them off balance. Made pitches when he needed to. So big performance out of Keaton tonight.
You got Rossville tomorrow.
Yeah, we've always had close games with Rossville. They'll be fired up to play us, and it's a potential regional opponent if we can both get out of our sectional. So, I know our kids are looking forward to it, as I'm sure Rossville's are as well.